Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cooking for Cancer at the Wellness and Integrative Oncology Program here at the Hillman Cancer Center on the 3rd floor. My name is Angela Zaccanini. I'm a registered dietitian and provide lifestyle nutrition counseling to patients here in the Wellness Suite. We also do these cooking demos every Friday. This is Danielle Petrina.
Hi, I'm the project manager for the Wellness and Integrative Oncology Program. So thank you so much for joining us. A little bit about our program. This is the Teaching Kitchen. This is located within the Wellness Suite and Studios. And like Angela said, we are located at the flagship cancer center in Shadyside on the 3rd floor. So we're really excited. This is pretty groundbreaking to have services like this within your cancer center. Also, just a little bit about our program. If you're just catching us on YouTube and not really familiar, Dr. Leni Francis is a medical oncologist, hematologist, and she sees patients in a consultative form to address symptom management and quality of life using holistic practices such as acupuncture, oncology, massage, yoga, meditation, light weight bearing exercises, cooking, lifestyle nutrition, and we do all of this here on the 3rd floor. So if you're interested, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you and get you connected with our services. So today, we are going to get started with citrus salmon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Did you want to want to say info about September?
Oh yeah, good. Thanks, Ann. So we are going to actually be adding an additional cooking class on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. starting in September. And we will also be adding, that will be virtual as well. And we'll be offering on Fridays at 8:30, chair yoga or meditation or standing yoga. We've got an array coming. And those are going to be about 20 to 25 minutes for you. Again, you can find all of our recordings on our YouTube channel. If you just Google, or if you go to YouTube and search for UPMC under videos, you can find everything that we put each week. So we're really excited to be increasing our offerings to you in September. So back to citrus salmon.
Yep.
And to kick us off, am I allowed to start cutting?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So the way I want these sliced.
Woo! She's bossy. I like it.
I think we should cut them in like slices and then in half because these are pretty thin, narrow slices.
You know, like a half moon?
Yes, yes. And 2 slices of each. She got it. Best assistant in the game.
I have no certification to do this.
What is going allow you? I'm safe certified.
Yes. Somebody's safe in this kitchen. Okay, go ahead. You start talking. I'm chopping.
Okay. So citrus salmon. A lot of people were looking for recipes using fish. Now, of course, salmon is probably the most common, but it has so many health benefits. So that's why we made this recipe, or just use salmon with so many recipes in the past. And we will continue to do so because there is so many different variations and different recipes and ingredients that you can use with salmon to really enhance the flavor. So of course, salmon is an excellent source of protein, but it's very low in saturated fat. So a lot of meats are super high in saturated fat, which makes it, not so beneficial or not so good for heart health. On the other hand, salmon is excellent for heart health and brain health too, because it's very rich in omega-3 fatty acids. So citrus, this just is not only lemon, but lime and oranges as well. And citrus is so high in vitamin C, excellent source of fiber and calcium too, and has a ton of antioxidants as well. Now, keep in mind, if you are experiencing sore mouth or ulcers with your treatment, if you're experiencing reflux, heartburn, citrus really isn't the best option for you. So of course, we're going to have other options for mouth soreness, reflux in the future. So if that's something you're struggling with, stay tuned. We'll have a recipe for you. But besides the citrus, we're using some dill, fresh dill. Dill can enhance flavors. It also is really great paired with salmon, salads, baked potatoes, steamed vegetables, rice. You can use fresh dill for, a lot of things. I love right now, like dill pickled flavored popcorn.
Ooh.
Anything dill flavored is delicious. Pittsburgh Popcorn has their own.
Okay.
Trader Joe's has their own. And Trader Joe's, for some reason, it tastes like a pickle. I mean, it's like the strongest dill flavor ever.
Can we talk about my love for Trader Joe's for a second?
Yes.
So we're always about shopping at different places in Pittsburgh to kind of bring to you what's convenient, what's well priced, and we're expanding. We've been going to Whole Foods. I don't know, it was just like a comfort zone thing for a minute, and then we started going to Trader Joe's. Excellent pricing.
Yes.
Excellent pricing. Now they didn't have a couple of the spices that we needed, but
That's a little downfall, but
it's a little bit of a downfall, but a quick Google. Yeah, and you can find a substitute.
absolutely.
So I just wanted to say that we will be bringing some options to you so that you can experience different grocers within the Pittsburgh area.
Yep.
That's my
And
pitch. And I'm not being paid by that.
You know what I love about Trader Joe's too is the fresh flowers at the beginning.
No,
it's like you go to get a bag of groceries and fresh flowers for your table.
I got when we were shopping this week for the groceries, I got flowers for my mom's birthday.
Why are they so cheap?
They're $7.
I mean, and for a beautiful.
And my mom likes that. She doesn't like expensive. She wants something that doesn't make her feel bad when it dies.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. Yeah, so that is something I love about Trader Joe's. Also the size of Trader Joe's. Like it's
Not
very small.
overwhelming.
Exactly. Like you could go through those aisles in no time.
Yeah.
But I also love to look at every single thing that they have because
Their pre-made section, I could just stand there for, hours. But I didn't always know this. Maybe you did. Aldi and Trader Joe's, their sister, cousin company, they're under the same parent umbrella.
really,
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. Thank you.
Come on, girl, bring the game.
I did not know that, but it makes sense
It makes
because
sense.
they're both like
Well, I've seen a little bit of
Well-ran.
crossover. So I'm hoping that Aldi starts to get a little bit more of a pre-made section. Because
Yeah.
that's what I find with them. I'm like, I could just use a little bit more easy, convenient, healthy cooking things happening with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing is too with Trader Joe's though, this is another negative, which why am I talking about negatives? But you
No,
have
you
to.
need to know.
I feel like because it's from Trader Joe's, people think it's healthy. I think it truly is almost like a marketing thing as
Yes.
well.
Their dessert section's lovely. I mean,
But it's dessert,
but
so
it's the way that it looks. It's the packaging. I mean, people are smart. Marketing people
101,
are
baby.
smart. If it's like a crisp, clean looking label, you think it's healthy.
right. Right.
No. So it's
And then
interesting.
it says Trader Joe's.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right on that.
I
I
mean,
Trader Joe's.
That's like an organic label.
And I say this having degrees that I'm a sucker for the term organic. I mean, we've talked about this several times. Andrew's really got me to read labels because it's not true.
Right. Right.
Or it's not healthy. It may be true, but it's not, that doesn't mean that it's actually healthy. So
Right.
we're just trying to, I'm kind of more the convenience factor. That's why
Yes.
Ange has me here. I'm a working mom, so convenience for me is everything. And I think a lot of us need some convenience. So that's why I'm here. That's why they hired me.
And I, unfortunately, living in Beaver County, don't have a Trader Joe's close by. So, or a Whole Foods, you either have to go to Cranberry or Robinson, and it's kind of a hike. So, using Giant Eagle or using Aldi or Shop and Save. I mean, like I said, I went there and they didn't know what flaxseed was. They didn't know they didn't have a lot of things.
Yeah.
And their produce is not the best.
Yeah.
But you notice this, and this is why we're here, and we're gonna try to pick and choose groceries from
Different
different
places.
options.
Yeah.
All right, so getting back into the salmon. Sorry, we went on a tangent.
Let's turn to Trader Joe's.
Yep. All right, so Danielle cut the fruit into half moons. I like that.
No, you're welcome. Big fish
Half
are free.
moons.
Oh, the dog.
Now you could, if you had a larger portion of salmon, you could just keep them into full slices. And lay them out onto a baking sheet with parchment paper. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay one orange. Let's move this over a little bit so you can see. And this would be great with our second camera.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna make it happen.
Yep. All right, so we have,
Zoom 101.
yes, we need a friend in that
All right.
field. Okay, so we have a lime, a lemon, an orange, and then we're gonna lay the salmon fillet right on top. so that once it cooks, you're gonna have the fruit and the citrus infused from both top to bottom. So again, you're going to layer the top of the salmon with actually salt and pepper first and olive oil.
Always.
Yeah.
So and salt and pepper is always just an option too, right? And so if you're
Absolutely.
like trying to do something more low sodium,
Great point.
you can get, there's also low sodium options for salts.
Yes.
And there's just using
Like
less.
Mrs. Dash.
Yes, Mrs. Dash. What about this like pink stuff? Like we have pink salt. What does this mean?
This is another marketing thing.
So pink doesn't mean it's healthy. I'm dying. I'm literally dying inside right now.
Yes.
I'm such a sucker.
Even our student asked me last week, so, what's up with the pink salt? And truly, like, there's really no added benefit to the Himalayan salt. It's more or less like a marketing ploy, but then you'll see there's different Google searches or different articles out there that say that it's like top notch compared to regular.
Like in
sea salt, but
taste? Or like health? Like
health.
Okay.
But also taste and flavor.
Okay.
But I was reading that Rebecca Katz's cookbook and she prefers sea salt
Okay.
over any other salt.
Okay.
And like iodine, we don't get from our diet. So iodized salt is something, it's like a necessary mineral that we need. So I always say, just get regular iodized salt, but that's just me.
I mean, it's all a marketing ploy. I feel very taken advantage of right now.
But keep in mind too, yes, if you are following a low sodium diet, if you have hypertension, if you're doing heart healthy eating, you can eliminate the salt and use fresh herbs and spices and get tons of flavor.
And Mrs. Dash has a lot of nice blends. If that's something that you're looking for, especially it's grilling season still. So if you're looking, you could totally grill this recipe if needed. You could find some great low sodium combinations that she's, I don't know, cooking up.
Yes, and I know a lot of my hypertensive patients or those who are following a heart healthy diet do purchase Mrs. Dash and get that flavor and the sensation or like, that type of like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You gotta have it.
Recovering salt itis right now.
So, but also going into another topic is taste changes. If you are experiencing like bland taste with any sort of active treatment, to add salt is probably one of the first things you should do to enhance flavor.
Okay.
So, going through active treatment, I know people are still concerned about their diet, but if you're not eating because things taste bad or bland, use the salt.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the hypertension on the back burner.
Right, because you gotta maintain weight.
Because nutrition is so important.
Yeah.
And to avoid malnourishment is key through active treatment. Okay, so we put the olive oil, the salt and pepper, and then we layered the top of the salmon fillet with our citrus. We're also going to top it with that fresh dill. Again, as little or as much as you want. I love fresh dill.
It smells so good.
Mm.
That is from Trader Joe's.
This is beautiful.
It's really great. Yeah. They have dill popcorn. I don't know if it's organic.
I was going to say, and it's popcorn. I mean,
I
like,
sit down and eat that.
and it's probably super high in sodium because it's so salty.
An extra glass of water,
That's right.
Very fine.
All right, so I'm going to bring this up to you and just see that, how it's layered with the citrus at the bottom, citrus at the top, that dill is on there. Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are making this at home, you want to set your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to use the parchment paper. What you could do too is actually wrap your salmon fillet with the parchment paper. So just use a little bit extra.
What does that do? It just gives it
like
the taste.
Yeah, that moisture just kind of settles in right there and it cooks a little bit faster. So if you are using your oven set to 350, you're going to cook it for about 15-20 minutes. It says to flip it, but then I'm like, how are you going to flip this beautiful fillet?
I've never flipped salmon.
You
Not
don't
when
need
there's
to.
a skin.
Yeah,
it's weird, I think.
There's truly, you don't need to.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, one serving of protein, whether it is meat, fish, beans, is 3 ounces. So this is about a 4-ounce portion. It's a little thicker, maybe a little bit less than an inch. And it is longer and thinner. If you go to the butcher or like go to the what, the butcher.
The butcher.
I'm like, is there another word? No. The seafood section, those fillets, oh my God, you could get them there. I went to Costco.
Oh, I mean, that's like Costco is like just equals like extra total.
I mean, the salmon fillet was, I'm not joking, this big. So you have servings for
ever.
like 3 months.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, if that's,
So let me do
you have the
my,
freezer space.
wait, why don't we get this in, then I'm gonna talk about salmon fillet.
Okay.
And some prices and some options for you.
All right. Well, our oven is set to 600, so.
Yes, I know, it's amazing. We got good stuff in there. Yeah. Did you get it all the way up to 600 too?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So 3 minutes.
Okay, yes, this is gonna take us 3 minutes.
Yep.
So when we were at Trader Joe's, we were, we obviously checked out their seafood and poultry section. So the fillet that we're using today is from Whole Foods. This is actually from their frozen section, which I'm not normally a fan. Do you have the bag?
Yep.
Love your face. So I'm not normally a fan of frozen seafood, but this is really good. And this bag has about 8 fillets for $20. So I personally think it's pretty cost effective, and especially like you can buy that like, one time, and if you're we try to eat like once or twice a week at our household salmon. And so that can last us a good month. So now then at Trader Joe's, we went there, and that's more of not cut down into single fillets, but more like, what do you call that? Like a big, just like serving? I don't know if there's like a technical
You mean
name.
those huge?
Yeah,
they have
not
fillets too.
Okay, those are fillets.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was about $10. And the only con that I would say about this is, at that very end, it can get really thin. So it feels like, you're just gonna make sure you're cutting that appropriately. But if you're having a few people over, you can throw this on the grill. That's pretty easy to do that rather than the single options. Aldi also does sell salmon. There's a Mediterranean salmon that they sell. It honestly looks like the same packaging as Trader Joe's.
Does it already have like flavor, spices added? Okay.
I just personally like the convenience of whole food. I think, and you're in the size of it. So rarely do you get that end piece that's like so thin. And the Trader Joe's and Aldi version, you're getting that very thin part of the salmon fillet. So that's my pitch on the money on that.
Yeah, okay, very good. Another quick tip, comment. Patients ask me all the time if they should purchase wild caught or farm raised.
I know.
We do encourage wild caught.
Okay.
That's not just a marketing term.
Was that farm raised?
It is farm raised.
Okay.
And the thing with farm raised is there could be a lot of color added. There could, like just some things that you wouldn't normally see in wild
I didn't know
caught.
that. I never Googled that, to be honest.
So a lot of salmon fillets are actually more like white.
Yeah.
They're like not white, but they're very light pink.
Okay, so now this brings me to a sushi question.
Okay.
Because so should I be looking for salmon that's more like whitish than pinkish?
No, because when you see something extra pink, it's probably more or less color added.
Okay.
But
Julie, I'm gonna
on the back end, there is fresh salmon that's like orange.
Okay, that's
So
what I mean. It's definitely more orange. So if you're looking at more of a pink, you think it's color added.
Yeah.
Orange.
And actually, this says it on the back.
Okay.
Color added through feed.
Okay.
So, which is not a bad thing, like it's not toxic by any means.
Plan every Friday to crush my dreams when I think I know something. Is this part of the script?
This
that I
is
didn't
all
know?
education purposes,
Yeah.
Danielle, for
Okay.
you and all of you here watching through Zoom. So, when patients do ask me wild caught or farm raised, I do prefer wild caught. Now, if you were, again, going to the butcher, Giant Eagle has it on their marketing, like little tabs. It'll say, salmon fillet, wild caught versus farm raised. It'll say it right on the package or on the tab.
I need to look up the
fillet.
price difference on that.
Yeah, and usually at Giant Eagle, because that's mostly where I go, because it's convenient for where I live. They have sales.
Okay.
It'll be like $99 or $9.99 a pound.
Okay.
Or something. And for me, just cooking for one or two, you could get one fillet and cut it in half and get that 3 to 4 ounce portion for sure.
Okay.
We're gonna throw that on. That looks pretty good, huh?
It does look really good. Was that the timer that went off?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to get a fork and we can cut it, or you want a knife to cut it open a little bit?
Yeah, but I just want to show as it
It's
is
beautiful.
still like well, here.
I mean, this is what's funny. It's like, you should all do this the next time you have a guest come over, because this looks like you spent so much time.
Yeah.
As I'm pointing with a knife.
Yes.
That's safe, sir, right there, breathing.
Mhm. Okay, so coming back to you, the parchment paper is burnt. But you can see it's still cooking. So that citrus is just infusing right into the salmon, top and bottom. The edges of the fruit are a little browned. The edges of the salmon are a little browned as well. So it's going to have that nice, crunchy, crisp coating. But the inside of the salmon is going to be that moist texture that you want in your salmon fillet.
Okay.
This does have skin on it. You can get skinless fillets if you're not.
Skin.
She loves the skin. I tend to just like.
It has to be crunchy.
Yeah, she
It's
loves
super
it.
crunchy. Like, yeah, I eat my husband's.
He just like leaves the skin for you.
Let's go. Now, Ange, would you eat the fruit?
You can,
Okay.
but then obviously take off the rind.
Okay.
But I would remove
Yeah.
the fruit personally. Just have it, infused in the salmon and then eliminate the fruit. And you're gonna have such moist, flavorful salmon without the added fake flavoring. Like some are already flavored with lemon or using a lemon juice. Remember when we used lemon juice in another recipe and it was so tart and like strong? This is gonna be just enough.
Perfect, because it's,
Yep.
Okay.
And you could layer some fresh dill on top and you can eat that, or you can even use the leftover fruit that you have and kind of just squirt. Yep.
all over.
Now, if you are looking for a side dish of any, whatever you would want, like I would encourage doing something like a broccolini, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. You can even do like a sweet potato with the rice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, again, it just looks beautiful. And like you said, if you were throwing a little house party, dinner party, this is something you want to make. And again, we talked about all the benefits of salmon, and we did get your feedback. A lot of people are looking for other recipes with fish.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on that for September.
Yep.
Our recipes are planned for throughout the rest of the summer, but September, we're taking your feedback. So that includes some breakfast items, snack items that you needed to hear about, and more fish.
And
So-
plant-based.
And plant-based.
Yes.
So we have tofu tacos coming to you soon.
Yes.
We actually just cooked that in the kitchen this past week, and we are not tofu people. We were like,
We're
okay.
pleasantly
Yeah,
surprised.
we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful, Ange. I
Thank
just,
you.
I love the different ways that we're kind of using salmon and cooking with it, just figuring out, because it is really such a great resource for a
Huge.
great. Yeah.
And we do recommend in the oncology world or any world, 2 to 3 servings of a fatty fish per week.
Okay.
So if you can get in salmon and use these different recipes, it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
We did the walnut crusted salmon before. We're doing a citrus salmon. There's different, you could do a salmon salad. So actually flake the salad
Yeah.
or the salmon and throw it in a salad, which you can use this fillet like this and do that.
Well, not walnut crusted, is it? Walnuts very high in omega 3.
Yeah, that's
so
like
you're
double
getting
whammy.
double whammy. So that could also help you out with that.
Yes.
All right. Well, Ange, thank you so much. Do we know what's on the docket for next week? I always say this.
I think we're doing smoothies next week.
Smoothies next week.
Yep.
So we're gonna actually bring in a couple different smoothie makers. So yes, we have the fancy Vitamix.
We do.
That was not purchased personally by us, but I'm gonna be bringing in a baby bullet to show you can do the same thing.
Yes.
With a baby bullet,
Yes.
whatever you got at home. So that way you can just, we just always want this to be applicable to you at home. So thank you
Absolutely.
again for joining us. We are so excited to bring this to you. And again, in September, we're taking you up to 2 classes a week. So you can find us in the kitchen here on Wednesdays at 9. And then we'll be bringing yoga to you on Fridays at 8:30, and then another cooking class on Friday. We'll probably be changing that time to noon, we're thinking. All right. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.